Let's go. Boom,
Mile high, minute, number one blog in the universe. We out.
So this is a Mile High Minute exclusive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we've been on opposite sides of the camera here, especially on this channel.
Yeah.
I believe it's the first, yes?
Yep, first time.
And this is the #1 hip-hop Denver blog in where?
In the universe.
The universe,
bruh. I just say that to it's not in a way of like, oh, I'm cocky, I know, because obviously there's bigger blogs, but it's more just like me having the mentality that I believe in this platform and that it can be one of the top blogs in the universe. You know
You're
what
like
I'm saying?
speaking it into existence, if
exactly.
you will.
Yeah.
Right?
And the universe is it's manifestation. It's big. It's expansive.
Yeah.
No one really knows.
Yeah. And so this is exclusive right here. This is Patty from the Low Road. You can check me out, Thousandaires. Not about me today. This is about Mile High Minute CEO. Who do we have here?
Brenton, man. Mile High Mini, man.
I'm sure y'all have been on this channel before and you recognize this gentleman, but we're gonna switch perspectives here, and we're gonna do an in-depth interview. We're gonna talk about what's going on in Denver, Colorado, and everywhere in this state. Let's go back before we go forward.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of questions about the scene and what's going on, but a lot of people want to know who you are, and I think the best way for people to know is on your own channel. Because you've done interviews before, I don't know, 8, 10 plus at least with other people. But those are hard to find because if I look you up, I'm going to get your channel before I get an interview with someone else.
Right.
So we're going to go back. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No.
So we're going to go back, and I'm going to talk to you about your hat in a second. But tell us about where you're from in Colorado. Arvada, yes?
I mean, I wasn't born here, but I spent like my high school years here from 8th grade, from 2012 to like 2019, so 7 years.
Okay.
This is where I spent like my high school years, end of middle school, like beginning stages of college. So it's definitely, I feel like anyone says like wherever they're from, it's usually like where they spent like their teenage, high school years, you know what I'm saying? So you can say I'm from Arvada, but I definitely lived all over the place.
Yeah, sure. And what are some of the other places you lived?
So before I moved here, I lived in Thornton off 96th and Huron for about 6-7 years. I was born in Fort Collins, moved when I was like 3, so I don't really remember that. And then all over other than that, like Wheat Ridge, Westminster, Denver, Broomfield, I've had a lot of little stints at a lot of places, but Thornton and Arvada were where I spent most of my youth, you know what I'm saying, spent most of my time.
And why do you think you guys moved so much? Because I moved a lot as a child too, and it was mostly because of money, but why do you think you guys moved so much?
So, I mean, it's definitely money. It's definitely money because, we grew up on Section 8, so like government housing, wherever we could find like a cheap place to live. In like a decent area, you know what I'm saying?
Income restricted, all that type.
But like, I will say like, it was income restricted, but I will say like my parents did a good job, at least my mom did a good job of like keeping us in a place for most of our childhood, like to Thornton and Arvada. But what really happened after that, like when she got evicted from here actually, that's when like I spent a couple years like living everywhere, basically until like 2021. So I'd say from 2019 to 2021, that's the time period where I was like living everywhere. Like I had a stint in my car, sleeping at my brother's in Denver, like right off Colfax. Had a stint up in Wheat Ridge at my old office. Had a stint up in Broomfield, Westminster, sleeping on the homies' couches. But then once I finally was able to get up on my feet, I lived in Denver for a couple years.
Okay.
That's when I feel like I stabilized. So for about 2 years, that's like after my mom got evicted, she moved to like Arizona and Wyoming. That was the time period where I was kind of all over the place, like just trying to figure out what I was doing.
What was that? Like, what age was that ish?
So that was like 2019 to the beginning of 2021. So
And what, you're like 24 now?
25.
25.
So that was, it's 2023. I was about...
barely drinking age.
Yeah, I was about, I'd say from like 19, 20 to like 22.
Yeah.
That's when I was kind of like figuring myself out, trying to get my feet
So
stable
as
and
an adolescent, were your parents not doing well with money because of choices or drugs or just bad luck, or what was going on for them to make those kind of mistakes? Because you're not alone in that.
Right, yeah, no. I always say, like, there's always someone worse off than you. I try not to, like, be, like, a victim, have that victim mentality and try to act like I had it worse than everyone. But there's struggles. As far as my parents, just to keep it all the way 1,000, you know, I have a great relationship with them. I love them. But my dad had a huge gambling problem, like, not like you're every once in a while, let's hit Blackhawk type of deal. It was every week. He worked, and every week with that paycheck, go to gambling.
I'm about to hit it.
And then never would come back with money, come home broke. And even if he did win something, he would always spend that. And it was like literally every single week. So like my mom was always the one kind of holding it down, like making sure that we had, you know, our rent paid and food in our table or on our table and stuff like that. And drugs, really, bro. Like there was times like, you know, I was young, messing around with shoes, and here's a crack pipe. You know, I see I'm like walking out the apartment building, see one of my mom's friends, like she's like so tweaked out, not even realizing she hands me like a thing of Coke. Yeah. Like, you know, like just different little shit that like when you're younger, you don't really, you know, understand it. You kind of just, hey mom, what's this? And they lie, you know, oh, someone left that there, and you believe it. You're like, whatever, okay. And then you get older though, and you start to see like the way they would act, staying up all late, and then you look back and you're like damn, oh, wow. Like, and this is, you know, I really hate to like, I'm not trying to like down my parents or nothing, because my mom really did the best she could, and a lot of it has to do with like other influences too. You know what I'm saying? But like that's just raw and uncut. Like that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's just what it was. Like, you know, whether people like it or not, that's the truth.
Did you feel like you were loved?
Yeah, I would say for the most part, definitely by my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my dad loves me, but like he would always say that, you know. But there was times where I felt like, man, if you really love me, like why aren't you able to provide for us? You know what I'm saying? Why not like be there? Why aren't you at my basketball game? You know, like little stuff like that. But you know, it's love on a basic level. But I always promise, like my son's never gonna feel that. Like he's always gonna know I'm there and I love him. And, like real love, not just saying it. You know, showing with your actions. And I felt like my dad could have done a better job. But like, you know, I know he still cares. He'll still call me to this day every once in a while. He's not like completely absent. Like like some parents. Like my half brothers, bro. Like I feel bad for them because my mom had kids with this dude, and like
so are you your mom's first kid, and then
I'm my mom's. So I'm my mom's fourth kid.
Fourth kids, all B's.
Yeah. So her first two, their dad just bounced. Like he literally, like they moved out here from Chicago, moved out to Colorado, and then he wanted to go back to Chicago, and he just bounced. From what I've heard, I don't think he's ever seen my brothers ever again. Like, and you could tell that really, like, you know, they're good people. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? My brothers went to college and did their thing, but like, you could tell that really like messed them up. So I always just appreciate. At least my dad was like, you know, there. You know,
you could call him.
Yeah. I could always call him. You know what I'm saying? But and I feel bad for my sister. You know, her dad was there, but he passed away like when she was like, man, I don't know, like 15, 16, teenager years. So so she definitely had a hard time with that. But I mean, my mom always there though. Like regardless of what she was doing, and you know what I'm saying, she always did her best. So I always respect her for that.
So how many siblings do you have total?
So
halves count.
So it's on my dad's side. 5 total.
So 5 total, and then 2 full, and the rest half?
1 full. He's a year younger than me. We're full, and then everyone else half. But they must,
Yeah,
like,
no, it's all. I'm just asking like for the specifics.
Yeah,
You guys all get along and like.
Yeah,
at
for
least
sure.
Try to like text or something.
For sure, yeah. Like I'm really close to my brother. I mean, we slept in the same room together, so like we grew up together. We were always close knit. I was close to my sister growing up. She stayed with us for a lot of her years. Close to my brother, and he took me on. What I respect about is like he really when my like I said, my dad was always my dad, but he would always kind of almost be that second father figure in a way. We're like, yeah, he was only probably like 8-9 years older than me, but like he would take us to Waterworld or he would take us to a Nuggets game. Like he would do things like that would like. He took me to CSU on like a campus tour because I wanted to go to CSU. Like he just did a lot of things that like, that I always will appreciate him for and stuff. My brother, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really talk to him too much. I mean, we see each other, say what's up. I seen him at my brother's wedding last year. That was like first time in years. But like we're civil, we're cool, but we just don't really talk too much. Like
some people are in your family though. They don't. It's not even like a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's like they just don't really talk to nobody.
Right. Well, I think a lot of that has to do with like their dad too. Like you know what I'm saying. So I don't really I don't get mad at him or nothing for that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I got cousins and family members that are separated from the rest of the family, but they'll still talk to me.
Right.
And like I'll ask them like, yo, what's going on? And they'll kind of tell me, but then you can tell it's getting kind of weird.
Yeah. Like,
and I'm like, all right, like you know what? None of my business. Man.
Right.
Like,
right.
As long as you talk to me and like you're happy,
I'll just chill.
It's all good, right?
Facts.
So we talk about
everyone has that. I feel like.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like just like you said earlier, like we're not trying to act like we had anything harder than other people. We're just trying to be honest here.
Right. Just keeping it real.
So when you're growing up like that and you're moving around a little bit, was there any point in where you thought maybe I want to do something like what you're doing now? Or were you more of an athlete or like a nerd growing up where you focus more on that type of stuff? Like, what were you doing in your free time?
I would say I was always interested in YouTube. Like when I first started, I would try to do videos about like skateboarding or like vintage clothes, thrifting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I never grew up thinking like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my future. It was always basketball. Like that's really my first love and first dream was basketball. Played baseball, played a little football, but like basketball was it. Yeah. But then as you get older, you realize how hard it actually is to make it, and then that's when I kind of shifted and like focused on school and started like reselling clothes and fell in love with Mile High Minute.
So do you think, before we even start where Mile High Minute began, do you think the clothes and the music kind of got you into this? Like, what was the thing that got you somehow like broke the door down? Like with me, it was making music. I rapped for a little bit,
right.
and that was my way to break in and be able to be cool with people and stuff like that. I made beats and stuff like that.
Right.
But do you think it was the clothes that kind of got you closer to this? And then, what do you think?
The clothes the clothes definitely helped, because what would happen is I remember when Lil Mosey came out here, like 2018, I want to say.
Lil Mosey, yeah.
And
he was buzzing for a minute.
Yeah, and I was reselling clothes. So, and I had so many shoes at that point, and like, so I was kind of the plug, especially in this area. They were up in Boulder. The homie hits me up. I want to say his name was Maya. He hits me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm with Mosey." Shows me him on FaceTime. I'm be right. I didn't even know who it was at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I did my research on my way up there. I was like, "Oh, okay. Now I see how big he is." But he's like, "Hey, he needs some shoes for the show." So I pull up. They buy like 3 pairs of shoes off me. And so that happened. And then like I linked with like Rand Steez and Young Fiji and stuff.
Yeah, Rand Steez.
And I was like, I'm linking with these rappers. I'm getting into the Colorado scene. I already told you a story about how like I was at a Boulder show and I was like, damn, this is dope. Like they make dope music. So that kind of piqued my interest in Mile High Minute. And so yeah, I mean, the clothes definitely led into it because, I was linking with artists already because they wanted fresh shoes and stuff. But I just wanted to know what was going on in Colorado. and I was watching the No Jumpers because I was already a big rap fan, so I was already watching No Jumper interviews and Say Cheese interviews, Zach TV and stuff. So it kind of like struck me like where's the Colorado interviews? You know, like who's doing it out here in the blogging world? So I couldn't find any. So that's when I was like, ding, like, you know what I'm saying? So shit, just ran with it.
So were you just sitting there one night, sold a pair of shoes, you're sitting there in your room, you're like, maybe I should do this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me.
Basically, I mean, it was kind of a slow process, like a couple-week process. I was talking to a couple of the homies about it, you know, at the time that I went to high school with, and I was just like, hey, like, we should start interviewing rappers out here, you know, because we were all into music and like upcoming rap. We were really into the underground shit, the Chris Travis, the XXX, before he was on that really, really mainstream. Like, we were into all the Made in Tokyo, Playboy Cardi, like even Lil Uzi, like these mainstream artists. We were into them before they were like really, really big. So we already kind of had an ear for like upcoming music. So and a lot of them put me on a lot of the music. I ain't even gonna deny it. But that's when my idea sparked. I started talking about it. This dude Nash at the time was like, he was with it at first. You know, we were brainstorming in my room. I was going through a tough time. So he would always come over and like we just chill, smoke, chop it up, and like, you know, I have the paper to this day. I should have brought it. You know, it has all like the different names and like the ideas of who we're gonna interview. And he wrote like 3 or 4 names, but I wrote Mile High Minute, and like I'm pretty sure he wasn't like 100% on board with that name, but I was like, no, this is the name. This is it right here.
Do you remember some of the other names?
Colorado Comment was one.
Okay, that's a good one. Colorado Comment, Mile High Minute.
I can't remember the other ones. I'd have to go look at my paper, but I remember those 2 because I think Nash came up with the Colorado Comment idea, and I liked it.
I know, that's a good idea too.
But I was like, Mile High Minute, and he took it literal at first. He was telling me, bro, like they would have to be like 1-minute interviews. I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, nah, this is gonna work.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is what it is. So.
Nah, it's not a TikTok, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't then.
So then we linked up with the homie Chuck at the time to go do our first interview with Young Fiji in Boulder, March. It was probably before March of 2018, but that's when we dropped it. It was March 30th, 2018. We ended up not using the camera footage. I think he lost it on accident. But we used the audio, and that was like the first interview. And then we really didn't do much after that because I didn't have a camera or nothing at the time, you know what I'm saying? But then like, but I'd still pay him to do like the vintage videos, like come to ThriftCon, just record me a little bit. I'll throw you like $150 or whatever his budget was. And then later, like that year, we started taking it more serious with like the videos. I linked up with a couple other cats, Mark Bobian, just kids I went to high school with, Masavi, Dylan, Nate, just like record a couple videos, and then like, you know, I feel like we've already went through that whole story, but
I mean, I've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
This is just for this one, so so obviously you can skip past it. So at the beginning, because Mile High Minute is just pretty much you right now, right? Or do you have other people with you? At this point, because I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I have a manager who kind of helps me with promo a little bit, but as far as like the video, the editing, like the interview process, that's all me. I mean, sometimes I'll pay homies to like edit videos if I want to catch up, or like I'll go shoot a music video now and like I'll split the bread, because I don't really edit music videos, but I'll go shoot it and then I'll pass it to the homie. We split the bread. But yeah, for the most part, it's me. But I got people that help. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of homies who repost stuff and do different stuff. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So who was it when you first started? Because it was a group at first.
Yeah. So it was Nash. He was like the first person. Then Chuck.
And
but
Nash, he used to rap, right?
He used to make music. I wouldn't call him a rapper, but he used to make like beat, or I think it was beats. Like he was really focused on beats. Okay, so I will say he definitely helped pique my interest in music.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I would say Nash helped pique my interest because like I'd go over to his house, he'd be like producing and stuff. And there was a time we were really close.
Yeah.
And then Chuck would really like get me into like, he would kind of put me on a lot of the rappers because he would always be listening to like the Chris Travis and like things of that nature. I was still cool with them, but it didn't work out. They both
like
just
business wise.
Yeah, they just both weren't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? We're cool, you know,
Yeah.
but like it just didn't work out. And then later down the line, I chopped up with Mark Bogan about it, and
What do you think is the some of the biggest things? Because that was in the past. It could be different now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with basically all of them
like
at
in
this
real
point.
life, you guys are cool. But as far as the business, with what's going on in this industry, what do you think were the differences that made you guys essentially split up?
I think a lot of it has to do with just belief. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're first starting out a business, bro, like whoever comes up with the idea is probably gonna believe in it the most, and even that person half the time is gonna quit.
Yeah.
So like to try and get a bunch of people on an idea is like a startup is really tough because not everyone's gonna just 100% believe it's gonna happen. One, two, that you know it's not gonna happen overnight. So that long process of not getting paid and like putting effort and time in can like take a toll on people.
Yeah.
Different ideas too, you know, people might want to do an interview this way or interview this person, but I would be like, no, let's do it this way. So we had different ideas and could never 100%.
Did it ever turn into arguments or anything like that, or was it just more of just like?
I mean, yeah, like there was times where you know people were definitely F Maham in it. You know, he's a dick rider, cloud chaser.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things that were said. But I don't necessarily 100% blame him because I probably was doing dumb shit too that pissed him off. You know what I'm saying? Like I was probably like I feel like people can get put off by my personality in ways because it comes off cocky, but I'm really just confident in myself. And in this business, I've always been confident in like the mile high minute. So I feel like that can be kind of off-putting to some people. They might think like, oh, Brenton thinks he's better than them. You know? I feel like anyone who's in this industry probably deals with that.
Yeah. 100%.
And just different ideas, you know. People, they probably thought I was using them, you know, because no one's getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So why am I sitting here recording for this dude? Like, that's probably what they're thinking, you know what I'm saying? So, things like that. But in all reality, my goal was always, let's take this to that next level to where we do get paid, you know, where we do start making money and, like, really making an impact on the scene and stuff, you know. I just feel like they didn't really see it. Yeah. You know, to be real. Like, and that's no shade or none on them. I mean, that's just what it was.
No, that's just business, man.
Yeah. But you can't expect it, you know? You can never expect someone to love your idea and want to work on your idea as hard as you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. That Gary Vee always says that, so.
All right. So other than that, as far as who you are now, because last time we interviewed you was 2020.
Yeah.
I went and looked at it. Do you think from that point that you've learned anything? It's been 3 years about. What do you think you've learned in the past 3 years since last time I've seen you, as far as this business and you know you're a father now? Like, what do you think, man? Like, what have you learned?
A lot, man. You can't show love to everyone. Like, you can't spread yourself so thin. You can't make everyone happy. If you're in the rap business, you're gonna have criticism. Like, you're gonna have to deal with it. Like, there's no way around that. I feel like at first I was scared of it, and I didn't. I was like shocked. Like, oh, people really don't like me? Why? I'm trying to put on for the scene. Like, that's just stupid to think that. Like, you're gonna cause issues. Like, people are gonna not like you. You know what I'm saying? So those are probably the main things I learned. Also, just to like try not to hold grudges and like try to understand things from the other perspective. You know, like for a while,
put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, like I feel like I was so caught up in this idea that I wasn't doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, like, everyone has their own perspectives. You know, so of course not everyone's gonna agree with me.
Yeah.
So I'd say those are probably the main things I really learned.
Yeah. Okay.
Just be cool too. Longevity. I'd rather take the long route, the Nipsey Hussle route, and grind it out and be respected, rather than like get the quick clout and get views hella quick and woo this, that, and third, but then like have the whole city against me.
Yeah.
You know?
Then boom, 2 years later, there's a whole smear campaign against you for whatever you did 5 years ago, and everyone's dumping on you and shit.
Right. So
which we've seen a million times, right?
Exactly. So yeah, that's probably the main things I learned.
Okay. Okay, so we went over a little bit of your upbringing and stuff. We're not going to hark on that because we did that before.
Yeah.
But we want to catch up a little bit to where we're at now, in 2023. So, now that you became a father, how do you feel?
I just feel like being a father is the most, like, important thing I've ever done in my life. Like, that's the most... I know it kind of sounds cliche.
No,
but, like,
I mean, if everyone's saying that, then there's got to be some truth to it, right?
Well, it's like, I feel like that's... In the past couple years, like, that's all I've really ever wanted in my life was to just be a good father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially just coming from my background, like, that made me want to be an even better father. But, I mean,
you want to do for your son what wasn't done for you, right?
Yeah.
On top of just being a good dad, right?
Right. So, like, it changed me, and I feel like I'm more calm and peaceful and, like, just not going out of my way to just go do a bunch of shit for everyone. You know, like, when I first started, I was interviewing everyone, going out of my way to do this, that, and the third. But it kind of slowed me down and was like, well, I can't, first of all, because I got to watch my son. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my girl is always there, too. So she helps a lot. Like, there's a lot of times she'll watch him and I'm going to go out and get work done. But, like, she needs to go work, too. So I need to watch him. It made me move smarter, too. Like, you know, kind of get away from here and, like, not be so, like, quick to talk shit on social media. And, you know, just be respectful, you know, like, move smarter.
Stop and think.
Yeah, stop and think before I act, you know, like, things like that. And it's just, like, it's a blessing, bro. Like, getting to look at a mini you and, like,
and I've watched plenty of Mile High Minute interviews, and you've asked similar questions, and pretty much most of the time, guys will say the same thing, like, bro, that shit saved my life. Or, like, it really helped me out because I was this and that. Because I don't even have a kid yet, and I got, like, 7 years on you, bro.
Yeah.
I still don't have a kid, so I catch myself sometimes online. I'm talking crazy. Because for the most part, you're not going to see me anyway. And if you do, you're a rapper. You're not going to do shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your entourage I'm more worried about, but you, I'm not worried about at all, you know?
Well, yeah, I used to just kind of say whatever, but now I'm kind of, like, just more cautious. And, like, I just want to make sure, like, I set the right example for him. At some point, he's going to see the interviews and see, like, who I'm dealing with. So he needs to know, like, the smart way to go about it, and that, like, just because I'm interviewing rappers doesn't mean you got to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, get involved with this. This is just, you know, from what I grew up in, what I'm passionate about, you know? So, like, I've always thought about that and just trying to be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also, it's like you're not just living for yourself anymore. So you can't just be out drinking with the homies till 2 a.m. getting plastered every night. Like, you got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You can't be risking your life like I felt like I used to.
You can't just take yourself out and buy a bunch of steaks and stuff like that. You got a baby to feed.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. And so your baby mother girlfriend is Mexican, right? Okay. So your baby's essentially mixed.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you looked at her, honestly, you can see the Vietnamese. You can't really see the Mexican.
Not really.
But her dad's half Mexican, so that's where that comes from.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, do you think you want more kids?
That's a good question. My girl's going to be watching this. She'd be like, yes. I believe I do.
Yeah.
Probably going to wait just a little bit because I want to be a little more set in life.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having a couple more kids.
What's the dream situation? Let's just pretend we're both making $500,000 a year before everything, right?
Right.
That's great. After taxes, $400,000, right? How many kids do you think you would like to have in your house? Like, use your imagination.
The dream situation.
At least
the
3,
dream
right?
situation.
Or you'd be like Phillip Rivers and have like 12.
Yeah, the absolute dream situation would be like multi-millionaire, 10 kids. I'll tell 10 kids. But realistically, you know, $500,000, I'd be cool with like 3 kids. I think that'd be dope. Have like I have a daughter, and a son. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going till you have a daughter.
Right. That'd be dope.
All right. So, other than that, personal wise, are you going through anything recently that you're struggling with, or having any kind of discourse or animosity? Is there anything going on right now personally? This is not the hip hop shit yet.
Yeah.
But like, is there anything you're going through right now that you want to talk about?
I feel like life is pretty good. You know, I'm always striving to become a better person every day. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say there's anything like really, really bugging me to the point where I'm like depressed or anything like that. I feel like I've got myself to a stable ground on that level, so I'm not sleeping in my car like in the office anymore like I was. Shit, last time we did that interview, I was sleeping on the floor of my brother's apartment. So it's been a lot that's changed since then, but I'm definitely not satisfied. As far as just in general, I'd say like it's tough to be a blogger sometimes. It's a blessing and a curse, because it's really, I'm blessed to even be able to make money off of my own platform and have an impact out here, but it's tough because you get criticized, I mean, daily, weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and how do you handle stuff like that? So it's with your platforms, is it going straight to your phone, or do you have a different phone?
I have a business number. So, I mean...
but I'm talking about like updates and stuff. Is it going to flash on your personal phone as well?
Yeah.
So you have to kind of deal with it then.
How do I deal with that? That's a good question. Yeah, I've definitely grown thicker skin to where, like, honestly, half the shit, I don't even care. Like, people call me a culture vulture. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. You know, there's certain shit I've heard over and over again. I'm just like, whatever. But it gets annoying. You know, I try not to respond or, like, let it bother me, but I would be a liar if it didn't, like, at least sit in my brain.
Sometimes.
It'll sit in my brain for a couple hours and get me upset, kind of riled up, and then I'll cool down. But, I mean, you just get through it. You kind of learn to understand that this is the business I chose, so this is what comes with it.
Yep.
But it gets aggravating because there's so many people that have no clue what it's like to try and run a platform, and like have hundreds artists hit you up for promo each day, and it's like, you know, people trying to like bug you for free stuff,
free shit,
just because they seen you do something for this person or that, and it's like you just never make anyone happy. And it's like, no matter how much you've done for the scene or try to put on, like, people, you know, like we talked about earlier, rappers have these big egos. Even I probably do, bloggers do, where we feel like the world owes us something, and like, oh, this was big, like I should have got posted and this, that, and the third. But it's like, no one owes you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go on for days, but
of course.
It's just, it takes a lot of thick skin and just brushing off your shoulder to kind of like get over it. Get through the threats and the different random little BS you see.
Yeah. So okay. So what do you think is one of the worst, or a couple of the worst times where let's say you had a great day, right? You went to eat, cuddle with your baby, kissing up on your girl, you're in the bed. Oh, great day, and you edited some stuff, made some money, and then you're in your bed. And all you hear is boom, and you look, and it's like Mile High Minutes of culture vulture cracker, man. I hate this guy. What, can you give me a story about, or just some examples of times where, like you just said, right, you get amped up and then you calm down, right? Do you have any examples of when, like, someone, and we don't have to do any name dropping if you don't want to, where someone really got you mad and you're just like, what the f? And like,
man, I would say,
and how you handled it.
The biggest one was probably back in 2020. I think I've told you about that one before, when
possibly
when it was like a whole smear campaign against Mile High Minute. Like, bro, someone who I'm now cool with posted a video of me.
Was it you in the fight?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. This is my channel, so I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone posted a video of me saying the N-word. It wasn't the hard R. Still no excuses for it. I've apologized for it multiple times publicly.
Yes.
honestly, at that time, no, everyone gave me the pass because of where I was from and who I was chilling with. Like, all my homies were either black or Mexican. I mean, I had my white homies too, but my best friends were black and Mexican, bro.
But you weren't just from up north with a bunch of white people,
right?
Just,
like, throwing that shit around. Like, nah, like these were my homies saying it around me every day. That's how we talked. So I'm thinking it's okay. Looking back, it's probably cringy as you know what I'm saying? Definitely don't say anymore, especially in the hip hop space. Like that looks stupid. Looking back, I hate that shit. I hate even when I hear other white people say it, because there still be white people saying it.
Oh yeah, all day.
And I'm whatever, bro. Do you whatever? But it is a little cringy unless they really trenchy, like really. Then I'm like, all right, I kind of understand. But if it's like just random white dudes, I'm like, oh, that's so cringy.
Yeah, it's a little cringe sometimes.
Yeah, like.
But most of my black homies don't care. Honestly, I'm the mixed one. I'm the one that gets mad over them. They're like, I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
It's funny how it works like that.
It's weird, bro. Yeah.
But anyway, so he posted it because he knew I was getting popping, a little bit of popping, not really too popping, but like locally in the city, like people were starting to know Mal High Minute because I've done 20, 30 interviews at the point. Boom. I'm flexing on this kid in the locker room. Keep in mind, he was white. I said, I can't even remember exactly what I said, but I was about to beat his ass because he's talking shit about where I'm from, which is where we're at right now. And this kid grew up in the suburbs. So this is the suburbs, but he was in the suburbs up north. Nice house. Yeah. Nice family.
It's totally different. Yeah. It's totally different.
And he has his issues too, so I'm not going to, doubt whatever he was going through, but basically talking shit about my family being poor. So that's when it kind of came out of me. Everyone's around the school, oh, did you see what he said on the internet, on Snapchat, whoop, this, that, and third. So I confronted him in the locker room because I had enough. Like, it kept going. People, the whole school was getting tired of him. Boom. 2016, this was like, bro, I was like, I want to say 18 years old, might have been 17. Said that shit. 4 years later, someone posted it. Goes locally viral. I think it had probably 10,000 views. I don't know what it's at now. I haven't looked at it.
No, I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, like
it was hot for like 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a 2-day.
People were like, okay.
It was like a 2-day thing where like everyone just clowning on Mal High Minute. It was like that, and then let's kick him while he's down. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just me. Jared dealt with it too, because he was working with Mal High Minute at the point. But this was like kind of towards the end of his time with Mal High Minute. And I was the one in the video, so I kind of dealt with most of the backlash. So, everyone, oh, he's racist. I'm going to leave his ass on Colfax. Oh, if I see him, this, just like, bro, I did not know how to deal with it at that time. I was like, because this was my first taste of real criticism. You know what I'm saying? I had a little shit before that, but this was like my first taste of people really trying to cancel. This was when, the BLM movement was huge. So, like, everyone's on my ass. I'm racist.
Bad timing on that.
I'm bullying people. I'm, like just twisting words, trying to make me look evil. So I kept going through that, but that time period really like showed me like you better watch what you say, watch how you act if you want to be in this business. Otherwise, like you're not gonna last. People will cancel you real quick.
You gotta tighten up, bro.
Yeah, and it's like the regular everyday white boy who says that shit doesn't. I was at the bar 2 months ago doing a little video, and there's this white dude I knew who I grew up with saying it. All his homies were black. They weren't giving a. I was more bothered by it.
Yeah, you're like.
I'm like,
all right,
yeah,
though?
just because of what I've been through with this. So I'm like, damn, bro, like. But he's not Mal High Minute. He's not a blogger. He's not a rapper, white rapper in the city. You can't say that shit. So I learned. I was like, all right, like, and I already stopped saying it at that point because that was high school. But it kind of like solidified it even more. Like, you better don't even say it. Like, I'll be in my car. People probably gonna think I'm lying. But I'll be in my car listening to rap music, and I'll skip over the word.
You'll bleep it?
Yeah, or I'll say cracker. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just to like, it trains me to not say that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with it at all. Like, you can ask anyone I've interviewed, anyone who I've been at the show with, ask them if I've ever slipped up. They'll say no, because I know I haven't. You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest issue with that, at least from my perspective, is when people do that and then they're not respectful to the culture, or they don't have any kind of history within it.
Right.
You're just kind of coming in so you could be cool and say nigga and stuff like that. And it's like, well, are you doing that? And then when you're with your family, you guys are super racist and you're not checking them
Right.
and stuff like that. Do you really treat ethnic people the same?
Right.
If you do, then most of us don't really care once we like figure out who you are.
Right.
But you know, as long as you can just extend the hand or the olive branch and be like, hey, like I'm only saying this because this is what I'm about. Like I'm about hip hop, and this is what I listen to all the time. It's got nothing to do with some old like get out of my town type
exactly.
Shit, you know what I mean? It's like this is what I know, and now I'm pissed off. I'm thinking of the things that I'm pissed off about, or angry music. It's all that. It's drill. It's all that stuff, and that's what came out. You know what I mean? That's just what came out.
Yeah, I wasn't like in the moment.
And it was
like,
to another white dude.
Yeah, I wasn't in the moment like
you know?
let me make a racist joke. Like it just came out. I was heated as and it just came out. And I'm glad you brought that up though, because that's funny. I was thinking about this earlier. Like my parents, I grew up like almost like I said. My friends were most of my best close friends growing up were either black or Mexican. Had my white homies. I'll say it again, but like. But like I never grew up like my parents were never like, oh, they're this color, so you shouldn't do, you know, like that never was like in our language or like in our thought process. It was just he's cool, he's my homie. I grow up here. This is what we do, you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was never like real bad intentions or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sad that we still have so much discourse about skin color in 2023.
Yeah.
And it's still going. It's pretty. It's one of those things that actually it doesn't even get me mad anymore. I'm just like.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it's
sure, like, bro. Like, sure, we're still mad about that type of shit.
Right.
So.
It's just the easy go-to. Like, if you're mad that Malha Mina didn't post you, oh, he's a culture vulture. That's like the easy. You know, like I'm gonna throw this at the
wall. So what
wall.
would you think? So they throw this out, especially for people who are white within this industry. They want to call you a culture vulture, right?
Right.
They call you a culture vulture. What are the guidelines of being a culture vulture? What is it? What does that mean? Other than being white, apparently.
I feel like if you come in the culture and like just cause a ruckus, like you come in and you're posting beefs and fights and drama and you're getting your views, you're getting your money, whatever, but like no type of empathy or like care for the culture or like thought process of like what's going on, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just, oh, I'm here to make quick money and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That to me could be okay, and that could be really any skin color, to be honest. I could kind of see that as a culture vulture. Mm-hmm. But if you're someone who genuinely loves the music or just loves the culture and like provide value to the culture, you know what I'm saying? Not just taking value, like that, you're not a culture vulture. That don't make sense. Like, you know, I think it just comes from like, you know, vultures eat like dead carcasses and stuff you know, that's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm. We'll say yay or nay to some of the names I'm going to name drop, because these are also people they call culture vultures.
Yeah.
And if you want my answer too, I'll say yes or no.
Yeah, I would. I do want your answers, but this is a good question. I haven't heard of it.
Okay, so we're going to start with Adam22. Do you see him as a culture vulture? And now, doesn't have to be just a yes or a no. There can be, hey, there's some things I could see maybe you shouldn't do, and then, you know what I mean? So,
I'm going to say no, but I'm going to have some stuff that comes with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Why would you say no?
Just because, like, he really put on for like a lot of rappers in the beginnings of their careers, like a lot of the SoundCloud rappers.
Fact, bro. Florida.
Yeah, like he really like helped birth that scene. Without his interviews, I wouldn't have even probably known who X was and Lil Peep and you know things of that nature. So I will say no from that perspective. However, I do not agree with everything he does, and I would not take the route he does. I mean, letting your wife get plowed for money is insane. I mean, I get it. He's rich. He's making a bunch of money off it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if she's letting him bang a bunch of girls, like, that gives it a little more understanding. But I still, like, I could never imagine that. Like, that's crazy to me. And I think he sometimes has a lack of empathy for, like, what's really going on in the streets and stuff, where, like, he's not afraid to ask about certain things, which I get. Like, you want the interesting stuff, but I think he can I feel like he would have no issue stirring up some shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
And not really
he definitely
care.
Doesn't care about that shit.
And not really give a fuck, like not really have empathy. But he's also giving back to the O blocks, and he's you know, giving money, you know, going through the hood. So like, I'm not gonna say he's a culture vulture because I feel like he's brought a lot to the culture, but he's definitely like, it's questionable some of the things he does. And I personally, there's lines I wouldn't cross that he's willing to. So
you're saying you wouldn't trade 73 ways for your woman for her to smash one guy?
No.
Damn, I'm taking that trade all day.
I respect it. I understand.
I don't know about on camera or nothing like that. I'm taking that trade all day.
I just can't. I think it's just different, bro. Like
73 ways, dude.
Like guys can, and maybe this is stupid, but like
this is dude shit.
Guys can hook up with like girls and like not really care. Like they'll just be in it for the moment and move on. Girls, like, I just can't think of like a girl hopping on another that I'm like with, you know, like, no, I couldn't do that. I'd rather just deal with one girl if that's what it's got to be. You know?
Like 73 ways, dude.
No,
70
for
one.
I mean,
the ratio.
If I was single, like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But you know what I'm saying.
So I would say.
I don't doubt you. I don't blame you though.
No, yeah, right. It's whatever.
Yeah.
We're all about that. I would agree with you. It's no. I think a lot of people take this stance, and they don't want to actually say the real words, in where they're like, they really want to say these niggas are dumb and they're dumbass hood niggas, and they don't know what to do when they get a couple of bucks in front of a camera and you're taking advantage of them.
Right.
But people don't want to say it like that. They want to put it on like, oh, you know what's going on, this and that. It's like, if you really are gonna be like that, then you should understand that he's a white boy from Boston, like Massachusetts and stuff. What would you expect? This is how white kids in the burbs hang out. They call each other F-bombs. They make a bunch of gay jokes. They do stuff like that. That's him. Like, would you be more mad at him for doing that, or would you be more mad at him for, you know, acting black, quote unquote, and still doing the same stuff?
That's valid. That is true. He's being himself.
And how many people of color has he gotten paid? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely brought a lot of
dozens. So it's like, what are you really gonna do there?
Yeah, you can't really call him a culture vulture. Like Crip Mac, his whole career has a career now.
Yeah.
And like he's literally just a Crip. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's funny. Don't get me wrong.
He's hilarious.
Like, he's a rapper, but like, bro, no one would know who he was if it wasn't.
Chicken, man.
And low key, this is why I be getting salty.
55th.
This is why I be getting 55th.
On 55th. Keep it 55th. This is why I low key be getting salty at like AD and T-Rail and them. Like, I get it that Adam probably could have treated him better, whatever. But they literally took his whole swag, and Adam allowed him to. Yeah. And like, kind of bash him. And I'm like, you can have your disagreements, but bro, no one would know who y'all were if it weren't for No Jumper and Adam 22. Let's be real. Like, people not like knowing, us wouldn't know. AD was a legend before. In
like,
LA, in LA. In Cali and stuff, they know him.
But nationally, none of us would know who they were.
Yeah,
you know?
Probably not.
So like, that's my only thing. Like, I don't really like about like the people that he used to work with.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that happen that we just don't understand. Just like you're talking about, you know, business dealings you had when you first started or just now. Right. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't understand. We just see what's on camera and what they say. Right. So, you know, either one of those guys or all of those guys could be at fault for different reasons. We really don't know. Yeah. So,
but Adam is, I ain't gonna lie, Adam, he's very confident, but sometimes he can be a little off-putting. I'm like when he talked about how much money he's making, and I was just like, bro, just be, like, you can talk your shit, but be cool, be humble, bro. Like, everyone knows you're rich, bro. Like, you know? Yeah. Like, you don't need to get on the internet flexing against AD because of how much money. Like, bro, y'all both rich. Yeah. You're probably a little more richer. Cool. Like, you know, like, I hate that when people are like,
you run to the money.
Yeah, like, man.
That's the same thing when people argue. You know, they get in an argument of like,
I got more
show me 50 bands right now. Yeah. I'm like, what does that do? Anything, bro? Like,
right. You could have a bunch of money and be like a prick, you know?
Lame,
yeah. But,
you know?
I mean, I'd rather have money, but I get it. Yeah. You know?
Okay, how about DJ Vlad? Is he a culture vulture or not?
Again, I'm going to say no because I feel like he builds careers.
Yeah.
He helps build careers. I feel like I used to be more critical of Vlad because I was like, man, some of the questions he asks are crazy. But honestly, bro, like, After seeing what Adam 22's been doing, Vlad is cool, bro. Like Vlad, he's a legend, bro. Like he's done
really
some of the best interviews all time, classics, the Boosies, the Soulja Boys. Like Vlad's a legend, bro. Like he's not a culture vulture.
He used to go around just like this.
Yeah, like he's a little. I understand why he's a little bit strict on the copyright stuff as far as like posting his interviews on Instagram. I think it can be a little overboard to a certain extent, just because it's like he posts news articles and I mean like links to their videos and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like it's news, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll like copyright strike you. Don't post Vlad. I had to tell a blog out here, bro. Like, don't be posting Vlad's clips on your YouTube, bro. Like, you're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah, he's gonna take that.
Like, you could probably get away with it with most other blogs, but don't be posting his, bro. You will get copyrighted, and you'll have to either pay $5,000 or just say bye to your shit.
Just take it, yeah.
So, but I like Vlad, bro. I think he's a legend. I think he gets more criticism than he deserves. I think, one thing I like about Vlad is you could tell he genuinely loves hip hop. You know, like he's
a hip hop head.
Yeah, like he has a passion for it. I think there's a market for like the gang stuff, and I get why that can be interesting. But like some people are the thing about Swamp Stories is I feel like he just seems a little bit insensitive and just kind of.
And that's the world we're in.
And just like if you're gonna speak on that stuff, just be make sure your facts are 100% straight. I get mess ups here and there, but he had like Chinatown Runner on the cover of like a Toronto video. Like bro's all the way out here in Denver.
Is he in Aurora?
Yeah, like basically, and it's like, and then some of the things with the one he did on Denver were kind of off. I mean, like, unfortunately, he shines a light on the city, but like. Yeah, I agree with you. I really don't like the small channels that literally just post everyone else's stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's really bad when they don't give you credit, but it's like, I seen some Chicago channel reposted my interview with SD, talking about his beef with Chief Keef and stuff, and I'm like, bro, that's not even really like we talked about Chief Keef in our interview, but it was not
beef. Though.
Yeah, like he's like trying to make it all big with the headlines. Of course, he runs up some views. It's just like, bro, like, what's the point of like creating a channel just off of everyone else's content?
Yeah.
Like, I post a lot of people's content, so.
But it's not just beef.
Yeah, I'm more trying to just shine a spotlight on people and stuff. But also like people's music, and I post my interview clips and stuff, you know. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Those are the guys I think that if I'm going to consider someone a culture vulture, it would be more of that type of content. Not, you know, and it's no one else's fault but our own, because we love to see that shit. Something's up with America. We just love to see the violence and stuff. When's the last time you saw a blog or a vlog post a new invention? Or a new cure for a disease. You don't ever see that.
Right.
But I can see little blah blah smoke big blah blah down the street, and I can see it on 50 vlogs. You know what I mean? So you can blame people if you want, but if they weren't getting views, why would they even post that stuff?
No, that's facts. And even like I post dope stuff all the time, 20 likes, 30 likes. But then if I post some news, this happened in Denver. 500 likes, 1,000. You know,
because you do sports and all types of stuff too.
Yeah.
Right. So good. Okay, good answer. I appreciate it. Appreciate you talking to me about that.
Yeah.
So when you get, you know, because you're riding for Denver, you're riding for Colorado.
Right.
When people say that you guys sound like LA or Detroit artists, how do you feel about that for like your people?
I mean, I understand why they say that, because you could hear the influence. We're right in the middle of the country, right in the middle of Detroit, right in the middle of LA, so you hear it. But I hate when people say it, because it's like, they say it as like a knock. Oh, this artist is trying to bite off this sound and these people. It's like, bro.
You're not being original.
Yeah, and it's like, I get it to a certain extent. Like, no one wants, if I want to hear Babyface Ray or Whoop Whoop, I'm just going to go listen to Babyface Ray. I get it. But at the same time, like, bro, it's the Colorado sound. The only reason people say it's not the Colorado sound is because we haven't made that mainstream level and, like, stamped the sound yet. You know what I'm saying? To where this is the Denver sound. This is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why people don't say it. But
but what do you say to that? It's like we're just not what? We're not big enough yet for you guys to understand what we sound like, or maybe you're tripping a little bit, like.
I'd say that because we have a sound. If you really listen, you can hear the sound. It's just, but we're also very versatile. We got a bunch of different sounds. So like, it's a tough question, bro. That question is so tough, and we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to figure out like what the Denver sound is and like what, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Being from Cleveland, I don't think there is a Cleveland accent. Like, I don't go places and they're like, oh my God, you sound like you're from Cleveland.
Right.
There's nothing like that. I think it's kind of similar to here.
Right.
You know, we have LA, we have Texas, we have New York, we have Atlanta. Those places have such strong accents and
rich history.
You know, in that kind of history that you know as soon as you hear it. And now Detroit, you can hear that too. And I'm from 2 hours from Detroit, you know what I mean? And so you have that. I think a lot of people who are in the middle, Denver, places in the Midwest and stuff, or we have Chicago too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not from that place, artists get upset because they're like, I want that. Oh, he got that LA swag, or he got that whatever. So, but you're not gonna have that being for where we're from.
Right.
But you have there's plenty of artists out here getting millions of views in their streams and stuff.
Right.
And maybe they need to not focus so much on what's the hot sound, because the Detroit sound is super hot right now, and it'll be something else. Everyone's rapping like 2 Chainz 4 years ago. Like it's gonna it's gonna switch up.
Right.
Maybe they shouldn't focus so much on that and just be like, it's not really. Like, the focus can't be where you're from. You're not from Chirac. You're not from LA. You're from Denver, and you could rep that stuff, but people aren't going to take it the same way. They're not going to be like, oh, man, that's that Denver sound. I got to hear it. Or whatever.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many gangbangers are out here, how many people get killed. People are just not going to take it like that, in my opinion.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But you have so much talent out here. It's like, I see all these dudes who, you know, are super ganged up and want to be tough and stuff. No one's ever going to look at you guys like you're tough from out here. No matter what. No matter how tough you are.
That's valid.
But what people do respect, and what I've noticed, with all my homies, especially like you guys are so much younger than me, at least a little bit younger than me. You guys are really about, like, your business. And sometimes
Denver is known for that.
Yeah, like, because there's so much money here. There's so much money to get out here.
That
and
gold, we're founded on gold.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's fucking 1867 gold rush, bro. Yeah. And the big railroads back here, bunch of stuff, bunch of history.
You go downtown, it's like office buildings, just business. Like,
it's just money. Like like people I work for and stuff like that, they have money, and they didn't get it off of where they're from or what name. It's they got it off of business. And sometimes I see these videos, you know, they're throwing the guns up and stuff. It's like, you might be that, but nobody really, in my opinion, no one really cares about that shit out here.
Yeah.
But
especially nowadays, like, bro, the drill scene. There is a Colorado drill, I get it, but it's like it's old, bro. It's like and like you said, it's like there's so many things that like Denver's known for. And stop posting your guns in the music videos, bro. It's
like, sure, you're tough, I guess, but why don't you show people like how y'all get money out here? Obviously not how you get the money, but like, hey, I got the money because that's what we're about. Like, everybody wants to be like gangbangers and stuff and like spin for no reason, but like. People aren't like that, man. People have hearts, you know. Especially these young dudes got to get like mollied up or whatever to go through or something.
Right. Yeah, they gotta get perked up.
So, and obviously, I'm not from here, so y'all can get mad at me or whatever. But I feel like.
I mean, it goes down, but I get what you're saying because it's like, it's
poverty everywhere. Of course, it's gonna go down.
Right. In any big city, you're gonna get that. It's just, I agree though. It's like, if you are that tough, you don't need to show all the guns and do all the extra. One, you're gonna get in trouble with for that. Two, blogs can't even post that. Like, Say Cheese don't post guns. I don't. I blur them out. You know, if you got standards or not. Some blogs might not give a f***, but and it's just like, I want to play music, especially now that I have a son. Before, I didn't care, bro. Like, I was listening to all the drill shit. I didn't care what I was posting. Now I'm more conscious. I'm like, I can't play drill music in front of my 8-month-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to play some AP, I could vibe to and chill, like. And he talks about getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, the drill shit's cool. There's a time and a place. When I'm in the gym, I love listening to drill music. But it's like, you know, like, if you're really trying to make it big, you don't gotta do all that stuff, bro.
Yeah, and people taking it too serious.
It's quick clout. Like I said earlier, it'll get you popping quick, but then where's the longevity?
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately what we've seen with some of our big rappers, you know?
Yeah, I you know, and this is maybe old news now, but I remember seeing all the songs that were going on, you know, and I'm tapped with, oh my God, FBP, Cuba Plenty, right? And then 2DS. I remember they were dogging each other for like forever, And I'm listening to the music, and the music's hot, but I'm like, people don't even know y'all yet. You guys are just like getting hot off of beef. So if you get hot off of beef and you make it, people aren't going to care about your music. When you start putting out like more conscious stuff, and you're like, where's the beef at? Like, why are you trying to give me a lesson right now? Like, no, you're a shoot 'em, smoke 'em, that guy.
No, that's
like, you know, and it was really confusing to me because as they started getting a little hype, now they're all gone. Not all of them, but most of them are gone now. Right. And it's like, what was the point of that? You know?
No, that's valid. That's a valid point, and that goes to show, like, and I still got respect for both rap groups. You know what I'm saying?
No,
rap
cool,
groups
bro.
specifically on the rap side.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on outside of that, but on the rap side of things, I respect both of them.
Yeah, man, they make good music.
But I mean, that goes to show, and even when I was younger, like I said, I didn't really care as much about, you know what I'm saying, them doing that. But as it got more serious, as I got older, I was like, you know, I can't be just posting all that stuff, you know, and like, it doesn't make me feel right, you know, and like, unfortunately, like, a lot of people were lost, you know, and you got people in jail, passed away, rest in peace to everyone, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, you hate to see that shit, bro, and it sucks because it's like, you know, both groups were doing major numbers and like, they really could have done something for the scene, but it's like, you know, the beef didn't end. It's so tough, bro. That's a battle I have in my head every day. It's like, when it comes to the rap beef, because I mean, we've seen it with the Chicago scene and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, like you said, it's dope music, but it's like, bro, like, how far can it go?
Serious,
yeah, and like, how far can it go? Like, I wish it would have been more of like a, like back in the day, like 50 Cent, you know, rap beefing with someone, or like Eminem, you know, like Drake and Meek Mill.
Sport.
Yeah, like a real music sport instead of like real shit going down. So yeah,
that's why I fell in love with this stuff, is because it was competition. Right. You can only play sports for so long before your knees start hurting.
Right.
Or before you have kids and you have to go to a job. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, that was the sport. It was fun to see people go at each other. And
with the verses, the Lokes and the Dipset, bro, like.
Oh my God! Whoa! Dipset got washed, bro. That shit was terrible. He got washed, bro.
But that's the type of shit, though. You know, like, that's dope to see. Like,
that's so funny you said. I was just watching that the other day, so I was like, wait, let me see how bad they got washed, because I remember watching it the first time, and I remember they had Freaky Zeke up there.
Oh yeah.
And I think.
Or Gucci Mane versus Young Joe.
Oh man, Young Joe. And Styles P was like, what song is he gonna sing? Because Freaky doesn't rap. He's just like a hype man. He's like, what song he's gonna sing? I'm like, oh, this is over with, bro. Like, they're about to get washed. They're about to get washed,
hey, man. Shout them, bro, man. Shout Jim Jones, bro. He gave me probably the biggest artist I've interviewed. It wasn't my biggest interview, but definitely probably the biggest artist I've ever interviewed.
Yeah, how'd that go about? Let's talk about that. How did you pull up on Jim Jones like that? That was random. I saw it the other day. I was like, huh?
Yeah, that was a blessing. Shout CEO Larry. So when he hit me up,
Larry.
He hit me up, like, I want to say the beginning of summer, in the spring. Talking about, I'm doing a conference out here, whoop-de-woo. I was a little skeptical at first, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, who's this dude from New York talking fast? The energy's all fast. I'm like, bro, I'm from Denver. Like, we not used to this. Like, what you talk about? Like, record labels, like TV show, what's going on here? Because he worked with VH1 and Love and Hip Hop. But, you know, he came through, he showed love. He had his event with some record labels, Atlantic Records and Success Ready from Atlantic, and then dude from Rock Nation. Sorry, I forgot his name, but
it's okay.
That was dope. Showed love to the city, but he had Jim Jones pull up for a meet and greet, and he told me pull up, you know. And then, to be honest, bro, I'm not, like, people tell me pull up to shows all the time, but I'm not the type of guy anymore like I used to, where I pull up to every show, and I, you know, like, if I'm pulling up, we better be getting an interview in or something. I'm not wasting my time sitting.
I'm not just trying to hang out.
Yeah, sitting for hours, especially if it's an artist I really, really like. Okay, I'll watch the show and like enjoy my time. But if it's someone like, okay, I know you're cool, it'd be dope to interview you, but I'm not really a huge fan of music. I'm not gonna waste my time sitting for hours and not get an interview. But with this case, Jim Jones is a freaking legend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he is.
Like, you know, Ballin', Dipset, all that shit. Like, bro, like, and I'm not that tapped in New York, so I was like, yo, like, I need to do this, you know. And he told me pull up for the meet and greet. Everyone's there. taking photos. He did a little quick interview with someone else. So I'm kind of just trying to get in where I fit in, but I'm not trying to be too pushy, you know, because I asked him a couple times and he was kind of like, you know, he's big, bro. He probably wants money, you know. He's not worried about some local Denver blogger.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, you know. But shout out Larry, bro. He kept telling me like, yo, just go ask him, you know. And he manages Mama Jones, which is Jim Jones' mom. And he was showing love. I showed love to him, so I was like, I gotta just make it happen. This was one of those times where I was like, this is something I can make happen if I really put it in, manifest it and stuff.
Yeah.
And he gave me a quick 5 minutes. I'm kind of mad at myself. I could have kept going and probably asked some more questions, but it's tough in that situation because you can already tell like he's already giving you a lot of love by even sitting down with you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I could tell. He seemed like he was like tired.
Yeah. And he's sitting there like, I probably could have kept going for another 5, 10, shit. Now I could probably sit down with him for 2 hours if I really get the budget right and everything. But I was like, you know, let me just do a quick interview with him, not bug him too much, and then like maybe down the line we could do like a real sit down, you know. So shout out CEO Larry, he helped me out with that, and that really helped me a lot, bro. Because sometimes I'll be doing the interviews with the Colorado artists and land a big one here and there. Artists will charge you, and like it just gets kind of old. You feel like you're in a rat race sometimes, but that kind of like I was first time I was nervous in a while, and I was like, damn, like that was Jim Jones. Like I was actually like a little shook, bro. Like that like really kind of helped re-motivate me, re-inspire me to like keep going, you know. Like you need times like that because it's tough to keep pushing, bro. Like even I know like Mohammed's dope in Colorado and it's big, but like people don't understand like I have the same doubts about myself like everyone else. You know, I have the same moments where I'm like, man, do I really want to keep doing this? Like, you know, like
of course.
Moments like that really just, man, like it makes you like happy and like want to keep doing it, you know? Because it's like, damn, that's Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? Bowling. Yeah. Like that shit, man, that shit was crazy.
What are some of the things that can discourage a blogger interviewer from wanting to work?
All the criticism and people threatening you, saying you're this, that, you're third, you're not in it for the right reasons. People who sleep on you. You know, there's been.
I heard there was a couple rappers out here trying to rob and finesse some of the interviewers. My boy told me that. I'm not gonna say names, but I heard there was a couple of them out here that would like, you know, try to book the interview and they come up and they're like trying to take your shit or like
really
punch you out. Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that after. We'll have to talk about that after because I haven't heard about it. Definitely.
We'll talk about
I definitely want to hear about that.
Yeah.
I did go recently through some bullshit though. Not that exactly what you're saying, but like, what discourages me, and we can talk about that too. But what discourages me is just like the criticism when like people just expect freak things and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm gonna be real. There was an artist I was managing and I was really close with, bro. Like at my baby shower. You know, if he watches this, I really don't even care because like he already knows.
We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I'm not gonna throw his name on there or anything, but like pushing, you know, like driving him to do interviews with people out of state, like Nolazine TV, Sperry Springer, free music videos, paying him to get features with major artists out of state, like, bro, like really going out of my way for
doing your job.
Because I genuinely loved his music, like and I loved his story, and like when shit happened to him, bro, I was posting his music every day, like really looking out for him, bro, like. As a blogger, as someone who really is actually involved in the scene and really loves it, like when you go out of the way for someone and then they steal money from you or like, you know, or just like do you dirty and you're just like, damn, bro, like.
It's like when a friend or a family does it.
Yeah, it's like, it's one thing if like some random dude, I'm going to just say it, Milk74 used to owe me money for that promo I paid for 4 months ago. Bro, I paid him for promo and he literally hasn't said shit since.
I saw you say something about that. Bro, I can't remember when I had it in my notes.
I was patient with dude for like the first like couple weeks to a month because I get it. I do promo. I take long sometimes.
Yeah.
But I always respond or hey, if I'm too long, here's a free story post. You know, something free because I messed up.
Just apologize.
Yeah, apologize. Like customer's always right. No, so there's times where you're like, customer's always right. Like you really like you, but you're like you got it in business. You got to be cool. Man. But anyways, this dude, bro. He was bugging me for promo for months. I finally invested him. I'm not gonna lie, I did ask him to take that first video down because I thought it was gonna be a cool promo. It turns out, if you know Milk 74, you know he's gonna talk shit about whoever. So
yeah.
I'm like sharing the link, sending it to the dude who I interviewed because he reviewed the interview, and he's kind of mad at me, like, bro, why are you paying Milk to talk shit about me? And I'm like, you know what? That's a fair point. Why did I do that? So I asked Milk. I said, keep the money, but can you take it down? Because I'm not trying to have him all mad at me and shit, you know? He took it down, so that was cool. I pay him for another promo. This time I know what's to expect. I already talked to the artist. Say, hey, bro, I'm going to invest in this promo. He's probably going to talk shit. That's just what he does, you know? And I told him, like, we know what it is. Like, I'm not going to ask you to take it down again. I didn't ask for the money back first time again either. I told him keep it. I get it. But the second time, I sent him money and just haven't heard back from him since. He just... like, doesn't respond. And I actually hit him up on a couple of my burner accounts. Not burner, but like my other Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need promo. Opens it right away. And then I'm like, hey, actually though, can you do Mile High Minutes promo or just send me my $74 back? $74, but it's still like the thought, it's the principle. If you're trying to
he does $74.
The crazy thing is, he did the same thing. I don't know the whole story. But he scammed Mixtape Trappers, bro, a blog in Milwaukee, who we're about the same size. Like, Milwaukee's similar. They got popping shit, but they're not huge. Same shit out here. He scammed him, too. And it's just like, bro, like...
oh, my God.
It's like, bro... I don't know. That shit just lame.
And it comes with the game, too. People owe me money, too. But, like, at this point, it's like, I'm not going to go press you for it. Like, go ahead and keep that, you know, because I'll get the money, so whatever.
Right.
That's funny. Milk 74, take that 7.4 seconds to get your mind right.
And I loved his content.
$74 for the... what is going on?
Bro, I loved his content, too. That's
hilarious.
That's what made me sad, because I was like, damn, I used to watch your shit, bro. Like, you know, and now you finna just run off with a bag and not even respond or say nothing. Like, bro,
took that $74 and got his hair braided.
Like, bro, come on now. And it's like, bro, I hate it because, like, it's just because I'm from Denver. Is it because of, like, I'm a smaller platform? Is it because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Gilligan, or what is it?
Gilligan,
you feel me? Like, come on, bro, like, you playing with the wrong people, bro. Lucky I'm just a blogger and I'm cool, bro. You do that shit to the wrong person, they ain't gonna take it right.
They picking and choosing.
Right.
They picking and choosing.
But I really don't like when rappers try to beef with bloggers and take it on some street shit over some music shit. And I really dislike when steal money from someone who's always been in your corner and looked out for you and done a bunch of shit for you. And not to say he never did nothing for me, but like,
it's bad business.
Yeah. But don't scam me out of $430 and then act like I'm in the wrong. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, act like you're tripping.
Yeah, like
what's up with my money though?
Yeah, like trying to turn around you, like, that's some manipulative bullshit, bro. Like, you know you owe me bread, give me my bread and quit playing. Like, don't try and that's the type of shit I'm talking about though. That in this game you gotta learn and you gotta get through it, bro. Like,
and maybe have you been... So this is similar because I've managed artists too, right? Yeah. And it goes from the same stage where you guys are almost like best friends. This has happened to me 3 different times. Yeah. You guys are best friends. I'm spending my time. I'm hardly getting paid, but
if anything.
Yeah. But I believe in what you're saying. Right. So I'm like, I believe you, and I believe you'll break me off when we get there, you know? Right. And then it gets to a point where something switches and like they get superstar on you. Right. And it's like, but I've been here the whole time. And I know your streams. I know how much money you make. I know when you get booked. You're not hot like that. That's why I'm here, because we're working on it. And then it becomes some kind of discourse. Right. So there's that. There's the scammers. There's people not respecting each other. Right. Do you think there's anything we can do to change the landscape? Or are there too many, ex-thugs or ex-gang members or hustlers or fast money type of people for that to ever happen? Is there too many of that kind of...
I mean, it's just like, go scam the $1 million. I don't know, bro. Like,
see you're a target or something.
Don't scam. First off, but if you really are going to, on some BS, like, bro, don't scam your homies. Yeah. Like the people who've been there for you and like really looked out for you. Whether you did it on purpose or not, and even if you didn't, like, you vouched for that money, so you got to pay up, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if it'll change, but. There's a lot of BS going on the scene too, because we're doing cover arts, people ain't doing features that they're getting paid for. So, and trust me, Mile High hears about a lot of that, and it's some of the top artists out here. I ain't gonna lie, I've heard some shit like that about. Yeah. So, just do your business. And if you mess up and you forget or whatever, that's cool. Just communicate and like apologize. Be cool. Don't be running off of people's money, especially if they're willing to pay you in the music industry out here, where I don't know how many millionaires there are from here in the rap industry, but probably not too many, if at all.
Not really.
Don't be doing that lame shit, bro.
So, in your opinion, who do you think are the top interviewers in the game? As two people who do interviews, want to emulate, potentially at least be the best for a little bit would be nice, right? Or to be considered that. Who are some of the top guys? It doesn't have to be hip hop only.
Like all time or right now?
Let's do right now.
Right now, Math Hoffa.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about who I really watch a lot.
Yeah, who do you watch? Yeah.
Right now.
Right now. You know how it changes.
Yeah.
Obviously, No Jumper.
Yeah, I can't lie. I still watch a lot of No Jumper.
Well, yeah, you got to stay in tune with what's going on.
Those two I watch the most right now.
Yeah.
I guess Say Cheese, but I'm gonna be real, bro. I get kind of annoyed of seeing the same people over and over, and Charleston White, and FYB J-Man, FYB Bandman, like the same 3-4 people. Like, I get why he's doing it. Get your bread, bro.
It's working.
But it's like, bro, that shit is so boring. Like, I miss the days when he was interviewing like hella upcoming rappers, like random,
like Splurge and like all types of Texas niggas.
The Sexy Red one was cool. I watched Dirty Glove Bastard a lot.
That's off the porch, right?
Yeah. I miss that Sean, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause, bro, I'm so tired of seeing Charleston White and FYB J-Man, bro. J-Man's funny as hell. I could watch like 1 or 2 interviews, but bro, like back to back, it's like, bro, like get your bread, but bro, like, aren't you bored doing this? Like, don't you want to discover some new talent or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it hit different for sure.
It hit different for man. He's funny though, I ain't gonna lie. Like, his first couple interviews were funny, but now I'm like,
now you're used to the character.
Yeah, it's like, all right, bro, like who's next?
Yeah.
I respect what No Jumper's been doing recently though. Like, he definitely like had a decline after all his people left.
Oh, hell yeah.
But then he came hard with the J-Mane, the Ruga. Who else did he interview that was dope? King Yella.
He did even the things you might not think are dope. He did the white supremacist dude. He did like Destiny,
he just be having so many like unique random people. Crib Mac, Whack 100, like just entertaining.
That boy Whack can talk, bro.
Entertaining people. Even that funny comedian BD dude, Famous Richard, I think his name is.
Yeah,
Funny as hell, bro. Who else? I don't know. He just be hitting it with the guests.
Yeah.
Like, and he does do good interviews. Like,
so you said, okay, so we did
Math Hoffa,
Dirty Glove.
I love his interviews right now.
Dirty Glove, Adam, obviously Vlad and stuff. Those are like the big guys. And then
I would say what I usually watch right now is mostly Math Hoffa and No Jumper, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, you see the Vlads and the Say Cheeses of the world and stuff sometimes, but those two are like the main ones I'm watching right now. I used to love watching Zach TV, but
yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Zach. Oh, and 16 Shot him. He's dope.
Mm-hmm.
DJ U's dope, but
what about like Bootleg Kev? You ever watch?
Oh yeah, I love Bootleg Kev. I watch all his shit.
Yeah.
I did interview him. He's dope.
Yeah, I know you did.
I love Bootleg Kev shit, bro. That walkout with the STG, bro.
Yo, listen. Listen, wait.
All right.
Listen, so this goes back into the music. So Bootleg Kev did the Denver Cypher, right?
Right.
Obviously you remember that. It was
I pulled up on him right before that.
Yeah. AP, Ameezy, 100 Pack, DJ K-Tone.
Yep.
Right? Trev. I think that's it.
Yeah. You said Ameezy, AP, Savvy, Trev.
And then K-Tone.
Yeah,
that's it, right?
Yeah.
Now, that dropped 11 months ago.
Yeah.
It only has 3,000, 4,000 views. Right? What do you think is the reason because of that?
Why didn't it do better?
Yeah, why do you think it didn't do better?
I think it's
because individually, those guys get more numbers than that.
Right.
So,
that's a good question. I think it's just because the scene hasn't fully popped yet. So, and then when you put it on a new platform like that, people don't know. So he's gonna have his regular organic viewers of what's going on in Denver and stuff. But I don't know. It's a good question. I think it should have did better, but it was also kind of quick production. It wasn't like major money put into it. It was like, hey, pull up at this hotel, shine a spotlight on you. Now it's dope though. Don't get me wrong. Like,
of course. Shout
out Kev for doing that. Even like, because most bloggers, bro, especially on his level, wouldn't even care to like reach back to like a smaller rap market like him. But he did that. So shout out Kev, bro. That was dope. And that's what I love about Kev too, is like, if you look at his views, he has his banger ones that do 50K, 100K views. But like a lot of his clips do 500, 600 views. And that makes me feel good because that's where I'm kind of at. Like, I'll have my clips do 1,000, 10, maybe 10, 20 if I'm lucky. But a lot of my clips will do a couple hundred, and I'm satisfied with that because it's not all about the clout shit. And that's what I respect about Kev is like, he just consistently drops dope content and doesn't like, and you can tell he cares about the culture and doesn't just drop a whole bunch of like bullshit and clickbait views and extra stuff. He just does what he does.
Yeah.
So.
And he's been in the game for a minute. So
years.
He probably doesn't even need this shit.
Right.
Okay, I heard a little bit of disdain for Charleston White. What's your problem with my boy CW, man?
He's funny. He's a comedian.
Nigga,
he's funny. And he says a lot of real shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like some of this shit is valid. Like when he talks about the streets and the rap shit, and he's experienced. He's been through a lot of it.
Yeah.
But you know what he's doing. He'll say whatever to get a buck. Like. And sometimes he just says very out of pocket stuff, like the whole Asian baby raping thing.
Yeah, but that was wild.
He be saying some extra stuff, but then I ain't gonna lie, he'll hit you deep because right after he'll say that, he'll go on Say Cheese and be like, so these rappers can rap about killing and these hoes being hoes and this, that, and third, and y'all don't care about none, but if I say something like that, oh, the whole world, and I'm like, damn, he ain't lying though.
That's a good point.
He ain't lying though, so, but I'm just, you get tired of the gimmick, like seeing the same thing over and over again for the past couple years now, like, I would love to interview him because it's like an automatic clout token, but like,
for sure.
But like at the same time, like, I also wouldn't really care if I never interviewed him, like.
So what do you think about, the separation from the OG rappers and the young guys? It seems like they're not really messing with each other the way they should. And I mean, as the older guys putting the young guys on, and then the young guys respecting the older guys to even do that. I feel like maybe I'm just making that up, but it seems like it's not just Denver, right?
Yeah.
But like, how do you feel about that as far as Colorado and Denver rap?
I mean, you see a lot of the older rappers out here reach back and collaborate with the younger upcoming artists. You see it, but you also see, honestly, I've seen this more with like the people behind the scenes, like the older DJs or like promoters be more like hating on the younger crowd, like, I guess from my perspective, there's a DJ out here, he's actually kind of shut his mouth finally, but for like the past 2 or 3 years, talking crazy about Mile High Minute and this, that, and third. And it's like, bro, just mad as because I've been in the game, almost 6 years now, and I've done, like, realistically, let me be real, probably 50 to 100 times the amount of impact and moves in this in the city he has, and he's damn near 40, 50, probably 50 at this point, I don't know, like almost twice my age. Mad as at me because I'm young and getting it. So like you see it, and I just wish they would just pass the torch instead of just hating. But at the same time, I also feel like the younger generations could also do more to respect who paved the way. Like, I always respect anyone who's been doing it longer than me in the scene and who's been doing their thing for a while, But I feel like it took a while for me to gain that respect, which is understandable. But,
yeah, you gotta earn it.
Yeah, but like, whether y'all like it or not, Mile High Minute's been doing the damn thing. I'm not saying like, I'm definitely not satisfied because, we need some rappers to be like get multi-platinum records and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, placement here
like,
or there is okay.
Yeah, but show your damn respect. Don't be sitting there hating on me, hating on Maha Minute, hating on any of the younger rappers just because like we went crazy in a short amount of time or whatever compared to like Colorado.
Yeah.
Because I low key, bro, I'm almost at 1,000 videos, and there's bloggers who are about have done just as many videos as me, but they got over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Now they'd be on more of the cloud chasing beef drama shit.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's also like, you know,
you're still putting in work.
Right. Yeah. Don't discredit what we've done. You don't gotta like it, but you will respect it.
So if I was a hip hop head, rap head, music head, and I moved to Colorado and I was into, you know, the interviews, just like you said, Say Cheese, DJ Black, whoever, and I was like, Brent, who do I have to listen to out here other than you to get the information on what's going on out here musically? Where would you point me?
As far as like just other
like
platforms?
Bloggers, journalists, whoever.
I would say, as far as like YouTube interviews, Street Nerds has some dope content, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. He'll drop crazy for a couple months and then go ghost. Yeah. Drop crazy, go ghost. Yeah. It's like, bro. But I mean, he's got other shit going on, so I don't blame him. And this is a tough game to even make money in, and so I don't blame him. But you know,
you'd like to see him go a little harder, though.
Yeah. Right? Who else? I liked Fish Scale. I'm not sure if
he hasn't really been doing interviews lately.
Yeah, I don't know. But respect to him. It's tough. It's not easy, bro, especially out here. So I don't blame anyone. Gold Island, as far in Rhino, as far as like just strictly social media and Instagram, they do their thing.
Yeah.
Shout out the Low Road, man, Patrick Northern. Make sure y'all tap in.
You know what's going on, bro.
Who else? There's a bunch that just start and then quit.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch. I remember there's so many.
And
rest in peace to Boots Basement. You know, she was doing her thing. My condolences to everyone involved with her. You know what I'm saying?
What happened with that? I'm not hip.
I'm not sure what happened. I just know she was doing interviews out here. I met her at a show once. She was cool though. Showed a lot of love to people. She recently passed. I'm not sure what happened, but I heard about it. So Stevie Bugs. I think
Stevie Bugs. Okay.
He's got some. Dude, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, it's tough to find. Like, oh yeah, shout What's Good, Vicules.
Okay.
The Nomad Vibes, but it's tough to find like a platform out here that's really consistently dropping interviews for the past like years. Yeah. Like, there's people doing their thing, but like, I'm gonna just be real, bro. Like, I'll be dropping hella content like consistently, bro. Like, and it's tough to see. Like, I don't really see much of that going on out here.
Yeah.
Smoking the City's another one.
Smoking the City.
Actually, with Street Champs down in Pueblo. If there's anyone,
shit, I don't know about that,
bro. Look them up. If there's anyone that's, if not just as consistent as Mall Harmony, maybe even more consistent, it's Street Champs, bro. They be doing like 5 episodes a week down in Pueblo.
All right.
They're dope.
They've been,
and the crazy thing, I think he's only been doing it for like a year and a half, 2 years. But he's already at like
serious about it.
Yeah, he's serious. They be doing music reviews, interviews. They're already at like 3K views. So Colorado as a whole, shout out Street Champs, because honestly, he's hella consistent, bro.
Yeah.
And I love to see that.
Yeah. You guys are at the stage where anybody doing well is gonna help out.
Right.
Like, it's not LA, it's not like that where you can just like, it's not the place to be shitting on each other, man.
Right. No, I never do that. These platforms be shitting on me. They be low key hating on me, but you know, I'll show love.
Yeah, dude, people do. So I'll see it. It's funny when you're from out of town, people are like more willing to just talk shit, I guess.
Right, yeah.
And people will be like, oh, I hate the way Maha Minute will be like 100 Packs speaks, and then you're like, you post a tweet or something like that or whatever. I'm like, people have been doing it for like 20 years though. Like, why are you mad at him for doing that? Like, that's just like...
That's like what... I learned it from other blogs.
Yeah, it's like
Savvy,
a regular thing.
When I post them, it's going to go viral. Like, I'm doing what's smart for the platform. And I'm trying to amplify anyone who's already dope. Like, really, really dope and really... if anyone can do it, Savvy's one of the ones that can do it out here.
Savvy's popping.
If we just being real.
Yeah. So... You said you're a hooper.
Yep.
Right? You like to hoop.
Right.
Every year before the draft, you see these guys, the new class. Who was in the new class? class? Like
this one last one.
Yeah, like the
I know
Scooter
Victor
dude, and then
when
Wembanyama, and then the other guys. But the American guys, they always
Yeah.
have these comps, which
Right.
is so annoying. So like, yeah, he's kind of like a Kobe, Michael Redd type, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that player doesn't exist. But
Yeah,
you know, they're
yeah.
trying to get you somewhere.
Right.
If you were gonna do, if it was ESPN, right, and they're doing the Colorado draft for Arvada, and they bring up your profile, what is your player comparison?
Like to the NBA, like who?
Yeah, like you pick NBA guys and be like, Sailor is a blah 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 type.
I'd say I'm like, I got like the mid range and like the shooting, like
Nah, the player, bro. The
Kobe.
player.
I'm a Kobe because he's my favorite all time player. That's who I got a lot of my moves from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, so I have a good mid range, but I have a good floater too. But like down low,
It's not happening.
and my three and my down low game, it's not as nice as Kobe. So I'd say probably that's more like a maybe Luka. I don't know. But Luka's nice from three.
Well, you figured all these Hall of Famers, bro.
Well,
You're like, I don't know, like a Jordan, Dwight.
well, I got
type.
it. I mean, who? What do you want me to say? Brian Scalabrine? Like,
No, I don't want to do that, actually.
I'd say, I compare my game to Kobe. That's who I wear 8 and 24.
Yeah, man.
That's who I always watched. But I mean, I got a deadly mid range and a floater game. I can drive and I can hit the three, but that's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing defense too. I don't got crazy athleticism anymore though.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, but I don't be trying to risk it all in the rec leagues anymore.
Yeah. You're not running every day and stuff anymore.
No, trust me though. I'll be hooping almost every day, low key. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up.
They have some cool like pickup gyms out here with refs and stuff too.
I
They don't have that shit where I'm
I
from,
need to
bro.
do that. But bro, we just came in second place in the Erie League, bro. That's my third time coming in second place, losing in the chip in the men's league.
Oh no,
Bro, I'm 4-0 in the playoffs, in the first and second round, and 0-3 in the chip, bro.
Oh man, you starting off like LeBron, bro.
I'm annoyed as I ain't gonna hold you.
So
I know that's not Kobe's stats right there.
No, that's not Kobe, bro.
Making it to the chip is dope, but I'm trying to win the damn thing.
So I have to ask you, you are putting on for Colorado, putting on for Denver as much as you can.
Right.
Then why the hell are you a Lakers fan?
Because Kobe, man, growing up. So my dad, he lived in LA, and growing up, my earliest memories of basketball was when I lived in Wyoming for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a Lakers fan. And I remember, and Wyoming doesn't have any basketball teams. Yeah, the Nuggets are probably the closest, but like, he was a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
This is like the end of the Kobe Shaq era.
Yeah.
This is Kobe dropping 81, like 35, averaging 35, dropping 50 a night, like 40 a night, 5 days in a row. Like this was
when he just was
you couldn't stop Kobe this time.
There was no one else on the team for real.
So, bro, like that's what it was, you know? Like that's all it was. And then I just never changed teams. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of happy for the Nuggets to win this year. Like, so growing up, I used to hate Denver teams because all the homies used to get on me about being a Lakers fan and a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
But like, so I used to hate Denver teams. But now, since I've been with Mohammed and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I gotta cheer for Denver teams too.
Yeah,
like,
the hometown.
Yeah, it helps the city grow. It helps the music industry out here. So of course, I want to see Denver win. So I was happy to see the Nuggets win. And honestly, like, I've seen the Lakers win. Like me personally remembering, I've seen them win 3 chips and been to the finals like 4 times. So I was fine with the Nuggets winning one, bro. Like I wanted to see the city win. So although it was tough to that Western Conference.
I was gonna ask, what was that like?
I wore my.
So what do you do? What do you do when you're from Colorado? You're a
tough.
Lakers fan, and they're just playing each other, and you're like,
it's tough.
What the am I supposed to do?
So I'm gonna be real. I went to Game 1 of the West Finals. I wore my Lakers jersey because I feel like I can't switch. I can't switch up now. However, so in my heart I was cheering for the Lakers, but I wasn't mad when the Nuggets won.
Yeah.
You know, it was like it was a win-win really.
That's got to be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fun because it's a best case scenario, but it sucks because like I love just being able to cheer on a team. Like when the Lakers play the Celtics, I hate the Celtics.
Yeah.
So it's like I love being able
That's
to
a
just
big
cheer on my team full on, but it's also a blessing to be able to like be happy either way,
I'm gonna say it right here on this. I predicted Denver was gonna win. I won a bunch of money this year because of that.
Me too.
At the beginning of the year, I was like, listen, if you watch basketball at all, if you see this roster, who can beat them? Like, who can beat them?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't bet that early, but I bet before the playoffs.
Beginning of the season.
I bet before the playoffs, I turned like 50 into like 250 before the playoffs.
Bro. I ain't gonna tell you what I made.
I bet on the Lakers and Nuggets to play each other in the West Finals too.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
So that was dope. I wasn't ready for that because I kind of just was hoping for it. I didn't think the Lakers were gonna make it that far.
Yeah.
They did though.
Right from the play-in.
Right. That was crazy.
So what do you think as a Lakers fan? Do you think what do you think they should do for their team?
I like how our team was constructed at the end. I like what they did, bro.
Yeah, what they have now.
Yeah, I like it. I think they
bad,
need to keep going with what they're doing.
What's one thing they should do?
It's not going to last long, though. LeBron, obviously, he's getting old.
One of these years is going to happen.
You could tell it almost seemed like he was done after last year. He was so tired by the end of that series.
Yeah.
AD, people give him a lot of shit for being injured, but, I mean, he played the whole playoffs. I mean, he's had his moments, but I like AD. I like Reeves. He's nice. I'm trying to think what they need to add.
I think
if they really want to,
Reeves, LeBron, AD.
I like that they re-signed Hachimura. I think that's how you say it.
He was born on their team.
I forgot who they added. They added dude from Vincent from the Heat.
Gabe Vincent. Yeah. He was born.
They added someone else too. I can't remember who it was. I like what they did, bro.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine. I don't know if they'll be able to beat the Nuggets though, just because the Nuggets are so good right now. Like,
bro.
I mean, and they're only getting older, so.
Jokic on fire, bro.
But I think I think Nuggets and Lakers could definitely go back to the West Finals.
I can see that.
I think Nuggets probably go back to back though. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, now what about the Cowboys? Since you're a traitor again, and you don't like the Broncos, you like the Cowboys.
See, I'll cheer for the Nuggets over the Broncos. I ain't gonna lie. I don't mind the Broncos, but I've seen them win a chip. I haven't seen the Cowboys win a chip, so I like what the Cowboys did with picking up Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And Brandon Cooks. Love those pickups.
He's a beast.
I'm a little weary about McCarthy calling the plays now.
Yeah.
I don't think Kelmore was dope, but I also understand why they moved on from him. Because there was times where the offense just like, bro, like in that Niners playoff, it's like, bro.
Like that last play.
Bro, what is going on? The game before that, Dak was going crazy. And the next game, I'm just like, bro, what is going on? They could have beat the Niners. They were up in the first half.
Yeah.
They just, Cowboys do what they do. Choke second round every year.
Yeah, they're going to let.
Can't stand it, but I like what they did, though. I think they'll be better. I hope. I got to think that.
I mean, that defense is nasty.
Bro, Parsons, the defense is crazy.
Dak, you have two good corners.
Yeah, Dak's just got to pick it up, bro, in the playoffs, bro. Like, he's got to take us to the Super Bowl, bro. Yeah. I'll be happy even if they make the conference championship. Yeah. I haven't even seen that yet. So, they got to do something, bro.
How you feel about that run game, though?
I love Pollard.
And I think Vaughn.
I like Vaughn and I think it's Dowdle, Malik Dowdle or something. They have a couple. I like going with the young dudes because Zeke was kind of. He wasn't the same Zeke,
No.
He could get you some, but he wasn't. I love Pollard. A little nervous about that injury, but we'll see.
All right.
I like our run game, but I don't love it. I'll say that it's not like ideal. But I think it's solid. Like, it's good enough to get us where we need to go. I love our receiving core, though, with Brandon Cooks.
Oh, your receivers are nice, for sure. You have a good line, too. So what do you think about, what was it like interviewing those CU Buff players?
That was dope. I just kind of wanted to expand and, like, do some sports stuff. Everyone knows I'm an avid sports fan. Yeah. Also, it's just like a smart business move because, like, as soon as Prime got here, the hype for CU just went out the roof.
It really did.
And low-key, I hit up Philip Lindsay before he blew up, before he went to the NFL. Yeah. He actually agreed to doing it. It just never happened. So, like, it's always been in my plans. I hit up some CSU players, too. Everyone knows I'm a Ram at heart. But, I don't know. I just seen the opportunity, and I was like, I got to interview some of these CU players. Like, this will be big. And they did great. I think one of them's, like, one of my biggest interviews. Did, like, 50,000.
That's pretty cool, man.
So, I want to branch out and do sports, too. Like, I don't want to
I feel like that's pretty entrenched with hip hop.
Yeah, like
how many sports bars do we hear all the time? You know,
right. It's just
Niggas is zero, Jason Tatum. You know,
right. I just love sports. You know, like
competition.
That's all it was. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Shout them though. Shout them for taking a chance and working with me, bro. I hit up like all the players and like however five out of the 50 that responded, you know, did interview me, so that's dope.
Okay, a couple more questions. So, when Lil House Phone came on your platform and took half a nap, how were you feeling? Because I'm going to let you know.
That kind of pissed me off.
From my perspective, I was sitting there watching that, and I'm like, this dude is so calm. This is probably why his stuff's working better than mine, because I think I would have flipped out. I'd have been like, get the f*** out. Like, this isn't nap time, bro. Like, that's just me, though. That's just me. And maybe he was tired, whatever. But what were you thinking when he started stretching out and you're sitting there behind the camera like, okay. Like, what were you thinking, bro?
I think that was his way of saying the interview's over without saying it. But, like, it kind of irritated me, I'm not going to lie. Especially, I feel like in the moment I wasn't thinking about it too much. Yeah. But especially after, when I was editing it, I was looking at it, I was like, bro, what the f***? Like, that's kind of disrespectful, you know? And I paid him a decent bag to, like, come on the show. And, like, he was cool at first. Like, he showed love. But even after that, I paid him for promo. And, like, he, like, ignored me for months. He did end up giving me back. But he was talking crazy, bro. Like, calling me
all types.
Racist, slurred. Like, he was going crazy in my inbox for a minute. We're cool, but, like, yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I mean, it was a good interview. Like, we talked about a lot of things, but I didn't really like his energy because he kind of tried to, like, little bro me. Oh, you know, you're from Denver. I'm house phone from No Jumper in LA. You know, like.
And that's fine if you do. You can little bro me all you want if you're helping me out.
Right.
But not just be like, you're little bro.
Yeah, especially if I pay you a good bag, too. Like, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know.
So what, were you weren't heated? Like, you were just kind of like, ugh.
I was more just
annoyed. I gotta
annoyed.
wrap this up, or like what?
Basically, yeah. I wasn't, like, heated. I got heated with him after, though, when he didn't do my promo, and I paid. Yeah. To be fair, he was going through a tough time. You know, my condolences, and, you know, with his mom and whatnot.
Yeah.
But still, like, I paid him before all that, and there's no, you know. I don't know. I just wish he would have treated me with more respect. I don't like when people try to little bro Denver folks. Like, that's all it felt like. And now look. No, I mean, I don't know what he's doing now. He probably still got something
doing
going.
I think it's called Something Brothers podcast. They do. It's like him and Yuri.
Right.
And what they do, Pot Lord.
It's not No Jumper though.
It's not No Jumper at all. I mean, I don't watch it. I saw it the other day. Yeah, now
sorry,
it's like I got my own shit. I got my own shit now. They potty and stuff. Nah, he's got a history for being a fuck for sure. Yeah. But I just wanted to ask you about that.
No, you're good. I remember you commented on that interview. I think you said
I was mad for y'all. I'm like, what the f is this, dude? Like, get your bitch ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been so mad, bro.
Yeah, it kind of pissed me off.
You are a saint.
I don't know why I have a tough time of realizing, like, when I'm being disrespected sometimes. Like, subliminally. Like, when they're not.
It's, like, surreal.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't, like, comprehend it sometimes. I'm kind of just, like, I ignore it almost. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, if it's right there in my face, like, oh, this brings this, you, I see that. You're disrespecting me. But if it's like that, for some reason, I don't know why I don't really, like.
Maybe you're just a chill dude, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I'm going to ask you a couple questions that you ask people. How do you feel about the state of Colorado hip-hop and rap?
I feel like it's getting better every day.
Okay.
I feel like it's picking up more recently. I feel like...
And what's showing you that it's picking up more recently?
Like, a lot of people from out of state come in to tap in. Like, the Real MVP TV came in. Bootleg Kev. It seemed like for the past year, like, just a lot of people have been coming in checking it out. Who else came? Sperry's been here. Bootleg Kev came. CEO Larry came with a couple of label reps. Who else? Valley Club from Phoenix, they came.
Word.
So, like, there's a lot of people trying to document what's going on out here in Denver recently.
Yeah. Trying to get that early gold rush.
Yeah, Lil Travieso, rest in peace, and Lil Nate. We've been going crazy down the Springs.
Yeah, Lil Nate's doing live interviews.
Putting on for like the Latin community out here.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of dope stuff, but there's, you know, because for a minute it felt kind of stagnant, but like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. The show that's coming up, the Taste of the South, was crazy dope last year. I didn't go, but I seen it. It was dope.
All right, I might hit.
So there's a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's, you know, it's going. There's still a lot of things I think we can improve on. But
and what are some things and ways you think you guys can improve?
I think artists. There's some really serious artists, but there's some talented artists, like some of the top artists out here, who like won't invest in themselves. Like they won't do anything unless it's like someone's doing something for them for free or like a handout. And it's like, bro, like you gotta invest in yourself. Like pay for promo from these major blogs.
Come up with a plan.
Yeah, like go invest in going on a show. Go out of state, bro. Like there's so many people out here who are talented who just stay out here, do a music video, drop it, do a music video, drop it, do the same repetitive stuff. It's like, bro. And also, artists always like, it's like they just keep doing music, but it's like, bro, I don't know if y'all ain't been paying attention to the last couple years with what's going on with the blogs and whatnot, but like, this isn't 1995 when all that mattered was how dope your music was.
Yeah.
Like, people want to see you be entertaining. Like, cop some custom 100-pack Savvy shoes. Mm-hmm. You know, like, pop your shit a little bit. Do some unique stuff that's gonna grab people's attention.
Yep.
Like, stop just dropping a video every month and thinking you're gonna go somewhere. Like, that's dope. Lay the foundation and do that, but come up with some other marketing techniques. Do interviews. Do ciphers. Like, there's so many different things. Collaborate, network.
Yeah.
Man, collaborate with these other artists. Like, why are we so like, I don't know, like beefed up and like not willing? I don't know. It's all just competition and shit. Yeah, there's a lot of ways, man.
Do you feel like Colorado has more respect for lyrics than other places might? Because I feel like that might be true. As far as rap, because I feel like the guys who have the most clout here are kind of guys my age. You know, like around mid-30s, stuff, young 30s, late 20s, and they're trying to put like words together and stuff.
Right. Like
it seems like those guys are kind of getting the most buzz. So do you think maybe it's a West Coast thing? Because this is kind of West Coast to me, the way people talk and like the way people act. It's very fast, but slow at the same time, and the weed's legal and shit like that. Do you ever think that maybe it more of the lyricists need to get more shine out here because maybe you guys are better at that? Or is that just how it is? Like those guys just happen to be bigger just because, and it's got nothing to do with their style of music?
I think they're bigger because they make
like we
dope
said, AP,
music.
Like Trevor, like they try.
They make dope music. They network. They go out to the clubs. You see them outside. But they build their brands off longevity and not quick clout.
Okay.
You know, like, they might not be getting the same amount of views on YouTube as, like, some other rappers, but they've also been putting on for Denver, respectable, and, like, really rapping, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. So, like, that's why they're big out here.
What would you say to other people who want to do what we do as far as interviews, blogging, reporting on the scene, and how to conduct themselves when faced with, you know, like we were talking about earlier, fake beefs or people talking crazy? What advice would you give to someone who's just got their camera and they want to start doing this stuff?
So, I mean, if anyone can do it, and, like, if you, honestly, bro, like, I feel like Mile High Minute could have 100,000 subscribers right now if I really went the extra mile and didn't give a f***. But I do give a f***. You know? So, like, anyone could come out here and probably start going crazy with the views and, like, start some shit, start some beef shit, get going crazy, like. But my advice is, like, don't do this unless you love it, first off. Because if you don't love it, then you're not... I don't know what's going to get you through the first couple years when you're not making jack shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like, you're not, like, I don't, like, and just do it and have fun with it. Don't do it to try and like be popping or have clout and like, you know what I'm saying, for the wrong reasons. Do it because you love it and you want to have an impact on the scene and like take it to the next level, because that's the only way you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
If you just come out here looking for some quick clout, and like, you're not gonna go anywhere with it.
Makes sense.
So I would just say that, like, just love what you do, have a passion for it, and you know, just keep going, like, and study the ones that did it before you, respect the ones that did it before you, and show love. Like, you know, you get wherever you want to go with it. Don't be one of them bitter ass, hating ass gets in the game and start talking shit,
Right.
doing shit to get quick clout. You're not gonna last long, and if you do, you're not gonna have any respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would recommend. But I mean, everyone's gonna do what they do. So
Other than that, you have some goals, any milestones you're trying to hit? I know you're not going to stop going. You're going to keep it up. Anything you're really working on, like, soon?
I want that 100K subscribers on YouTube. I'm at 13K, so I got a long way, but
that's still something, though.
Yeah, if I can get to 13K, I can get to 100. I want to live like very comfortably and like get platinum recording. Like, I want to be able to get artists out here platinum records, or like at least have an impact on that. Yeah. You know, get some labels going out here. I kind of get tired of the interviews. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to stop, because like I was almost caught up last week, and then I did like 4 interviews.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Brenton, well, good job on like catching up, like you said you're gonna do. But and now we got this one.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I love it. But
okay.
I'm thinking about, I don't know, like just doing different types of shows, and just I kind of want to switch it up a little bit and innovate. You know, like it can get kind of boring just doing interviews nonstop. You know. I have different ideas. I want to expand the team, maybe get other people to edit, other people to interview, other people to do promo, like
build
different
the company
stuff.
a little bit.
Yeah, kind of do different stuff. But we'll see. You know, just keep going. I want to get enough money to where like those things are kind of easier to achieve. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Well, shit. You know, good looks. Yeah, this has been a Mile High Minute. Who did I have here as our special guest?
Mile High Minute, man. CEO Brenton. Man, shout out to the Low Road, man.
Yes, sir.
My boy Patrick, go tune in, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yes, sir. You
Twitter,
book me,
all that.
You know, I'm a host with the most. You can go ahead and book me, man. I play my role. I'm cool with being behind the camera, man. A lot of these managers and hosts, they can't play their role. They really want to be superstars, but they're lying to themselves, acting like they're trying to get in off of you. I don't give a about none of that. I'd rather no one see my face if I can have it that way.
Right.
So, you hit us up. We both do the interviews.
Yeah.
Mile High Minute. Best in the universe.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
That's it, man. Make sure y'all go follow Patrick on everything. All links be in the description. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that, man.
Oh, boy.
Make sure y'all follow me on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that.
Yes, sir.
Hit that like button. Comment down below who you want to see next.
Yeah, we'll be missed. Yeah. What do you want to ask Brenton, man?
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button. Stay on follow. All these news drops.